I still can't believe we're finally doing this, I said, pressing my forehead against the car window. Snow blurred the road ahead, white and endless. Jake smiled. You've been talking about this cabin for 2 years. Because it's perfect, I said. Middle of nowhere. No emails. No noise. Just us. Just us, he echoed, his hand warm on my knee. I watched him instead of the road. He looked the same. Calm. Steady. The man who always remembered my coffee order and forgot his phone charger. The man I trusted with everything. You've been kind of quiet lately, I said. Did I do something? He laughed softly. You always think it's you. So it's not. It's work, he said quickly. Deadlines. Stress. You know. I nodded, even though something in my chest stayed tight. You swear you're not hiding anything from me? He glanced over. That's a strange question. I'm just asking. I'm not hiding anything, he said. I promise. That word settled me. Promise always did. The cabin appeared suddenly through the trees, dark wood against white snow. My breath caught. Oh my God. Worth the drive? Jake asked. It's beautiful, I said. This feels like a movie. He parked and stepped out first. Cold air hit my face, sharp and clean. I spun once in the snow. 3 years, I said. Can you believe that? Jake smiled again, but it didn't reach his eyes. Time flies. Inside, the cabin smelled like pine and fireplace ash. I dragged my suitcase toward the bedroom. Hey, Jake said quickly. Let me unpack first. I blinked. Why? Because I know where everything should go, he said. It'll be faster. I can unpack my own clothes. I know, he said, raising his hands. Just trust me. I hesitated, then laughed. Okay, control freak. He smiled, relieved. Go explore. I wandered through the cabin. Cozy couch. Stone fireplace. Kitchen with hanging copper pans. One door was locked at the end of the hall. What's in there? I asked. Owner's storage, Jake said. It was in the rules. Did you read the rules? Most of them, he said, already opening his suitcase. I let it go. I always let things go. That night, we cooked pasta and drank cheap wine. We sat on the floor because the table felt too formal. To us, I said, lifting my glass. To us, Jake replied. I watched his hand, half expecting him to reach into his pocket. Nothing. You look nervous, I teased. Are you going to tell me something? He laughed. You're impossible. I'm serious. So am I, he said. Can't a guy just enjoy dinner? Of course, I said, embarrassed. Sorry. He softened. Come here. I leaned against him. His heartbeat felt normal. Steady. Safe. Later, as we brushed our teeth side by side, I studied our reflections. We looked like every happy couple online. Matching sweatshirts. Shared smiles. Tomorrow we hike, I said, mouth full of foam. Emicham, he said. And maybe we talk about the future. He paused. We already know the future. I smiled at that. He kissed my forehead and left the bathroom first. I stayed back, staring at myself. My cheeks were pink from the cold. My eyes bright. I raised my toothbrush again and froze. Something in the shower rod caught the light. A tiny circle. Too perfect to be nothing. Probably a screw, I whispered. I turned the water on. The sound filled the room, loud and steady. I stared at that tiny dot while mint burned my tongue. I had no idea I was about to lose everything. Get in already, the water's perfect, Jake called from the bedroom. I will, I said, stepping into the shower. Give me 1 minute. The water hit my shoulders, warm and steady. I tilted my head back and exhaled. Okay, I whispered to myself. Relax. That's when I saw it. A tiny dark dot in the shower rod. Too round. Too clean. You're tired, I said quietly. That's all. I leaned closer. The dot stared back at me. Stop, I muttered. You're imagining things. I turned the water hotter. Steam filled the bathroom, but the dot didn't disappear. My chest tightened. It's nothing. I reached out and touched the metal. The dot didn't feel like a screw. It felt hollow. My heart started racing. Don't be dramatic. I twisted the rod gently. It moved. No, I breathed. I twisted again, harder this time. Something loosened. The rod shifted in my hand. My stomach dropped. Oh my God. I shut the water off so fast the silence rang in my ears. My fingers shook as I unscrewed the cap. A small black device slid out and hit the tub with a soft click. I stared at it. That's not real. It had a lens. A blinking light. That's a camera, I whispered. My knees went weak. I sank onto the edge of the tub, hugging myself. You're not thinking straight, I said. There's an explanation. I picked it up. It was warm. My throat closed. Someone was watching. A knock hit the door. Hey, Jake said. Everything okay in there? I swallowed hard. Yeah. You sure? You went quiet. I'm fine, I said quickly. Too quickly. Do you want me to grab you a towel? No, I said. I mean, yes. Later. Okay, he said. I'll be right outside. I waited until his footsteps faded, then stood up. My legs felt like they didn't belong to me. Think, I whispered. Think. I wrapped the camera in a washcloth and shoved it into my hoodie pocket. My hands were slick with sweat. Check the rest of the room, I told myself. Just to be sure. I stepped into the bedroom. The bed looked exactly the same. Pillows fluffed. Jake's jacket on the chair. Don't freak out, I said softly. I looked up. The smoke detector blinked red. That's normal, I said. They blink. But it was pointing directly at the bed. No, I said. No, no, no. I pulled a chair over and stood on it, my heart hammering. I twisted the detector loose. Another lens stared back at me. I covered my mouth to keep from screaming. This isn't happening, I said into my palm. My mind raced. Is this the owner? Is this illegal? Is Jake? I stopped myself. Don't do that. A knock again. Louder this time. Babe? Seriously, what's going on? I cut myself, I lied. I'm bleeding a little. Oh my God, he said. Do you need help? No, I said. I'm okay. I just need a second. Tell me if you need me. I will. I climbed down and wrapped the second camera in a sock, stuffing it deep into my hoodie pocket. My heart felt like it might burst through my ribs. Okay, I said to myself. You stay calm. You don't react. Not yet. I looked at the door. Jake was right there. You're safe, I whispered. Just breathe. I washed my face, staring at my reflection. My eyes looked wild. Wrong. You didn't imagine this, I said. This is real. I opened the door and forced a smile. There you are, Jake said. You scared me. Sorry, I said. I just needed time. He studied me. You okay? I'm fine, I said. Just tired. He nodded slowly. Okay. I stepped past him, my pocket heavy, my heart pounding. I already knew this wasn't the worst part. The shower turned on, water rushing through the wall. Don't take forever, Jake called. It's freezing out there. I won't, I said. My voice sounded normal. I hated that it did. The bathroom door closed. The lock clicked. Okay, I whispered. Now. I grabbed his laptop from the nightstand. My hands shook so badly I almost dropped it. You're not snooping, I said to myself. You're protecting yourself. I sat on the bed and opened it. No password. That hurt more than it should have. Of course, I muttered. Why would there be? I pulled the SD card from my hoodie pocket and slid it in. The screen flickered. A folder appeared instantly. I frowned. That was fast. The folders were neat. Labeled. Sorted by date. That's weird, I said. My heart started beating harder. Maybe that's normal. I opened the main folder. Subfolders filled the screen. Names. Dates. My mouth went dry. No. I leaned closer. One folder sat near the top. Jake, March 2024. I stared at it. That doesn't make sense. March was 5 months ago. Before this trip. Before we even talked about Colorado. You've got the wrong card, I said. This isn't. My finger clicked the folder open. The first video thumbnail loaded. The room was familiar. Too familiar. That's the bed, I whispered. That's our bed. I clicked play. Jake's voice filled the room. Laughing. Relaxed. He was standing right where I was sitting now. There was a woman on the bed. Not me. My breath hitched. No. No, no, no. The video kept playing. Jake leaned down and kissed her. I slammed the laptop shut. Stop. My hands covered my face. My thoughts shattered into sharp pieces. You're misreading this, I said. It's old. It's fake. I opened the laptop again. The date was clear. March 12, 2024. My chest felt hollow. I scrolled. Jake, January 2024. Jake, November 2023. Please stop, I whispered to the screen. I opened another folder. Different woman. Same cabin. Same bed. Same smile on his face. My stomach flipped. How many? I kept scrolling. More names. More dates. Sometimes the same woman. Sometimes someone new. You've been here before, I said, my voice breaking. You've been here so many times. The realization hit me slowly, then all at once. This isn't a one-time thing. My hand started to go numb. He's been lying to me for years. The shower water shut off. My head snapped up. No, I breathed. Not yet. I could hear him moving. Towels. Drawers. Hurry, I told my hands. Hurry. I scrolled faster. The folders didn't end. This cabin isn't special, I whispered. I'm not special. My vision blurred. You brought me here like it was new, I said. Like it was ours. The bedroom door handle rattled slightly. Hey, Jake called. Have you seen my phone charger? I don't know, I said. My voice sounded far away. Check the nightstand. I lied. I closed the laptop halfway, staring at the last folder name. Jake, November 2023. That was our anniversary month, I whispered. My hands felt cold, like ice was spreading through my veins. You looked me in the eyes, I said. You told me you loved me. The door creaked. I snapped the laptop shut and shoved it back onto the nightstand. Found it, Jake said from the doorway. It was in my bag. I nodded. I couldn't speak. He smiled at me. You okay? You look pale. I'm just tired, I said automatically. He stepped closer. You sure? I looked at him. Really looked. I didn't recognize the man in front of me anymore. I'm sure, I said. He kissed my cheek and walked back into the bathroom. The water turned on again. I sat there, shaking. I don't know you, I whispered. I never did. And somehow, that hurt more than everything else combined. My finger hovered over the last folder. Don't open it, I whispered. You've seen enough. The name stared back at me. Owner copies. That explains everything, I said quietly. I clicked it. The first video loaded before I could change my mind. Jake's voice came through the speakers, clear and casual. Angle's better from here, he said. Another man laughed. Yeah, guests never look up. I felt sick. That's him. The camera shifted. Jake's face appeared on screen, younger, relaxed, wearing the same smile he gave me. Looks good, he said. We'll get everything. The other man stepped into view. I told you this place would pay for itself. Mark. I knew his name from the booking confirmation. Cabin owner. Local host. 5-star reviews. He looked normal. That scared me most. You're sick, I whispered. Both of you. They were standing in the bedroom. My bedroom. Mark pointed at the smoke detector. Best reactions come from here, he said. First night is always gold. Jake laughed. Especially couples. My stomach twisted. Oh my God. Mark nudged him. You still bringing new ones? Jake nodded. Yeah. Easy money. They trust me. I slammed the laptop shut. I trusted you. My hands shook so hard I had to sit down. No, I said to myself. Watch everything. I opened it again. Another video. Different night. Mark handed Jake a screwdriver. Same setup. Jake grinned. I've done this 100 times. I pressed my palm to my mouth. That's why you unpacked, I whispered. You already knew where everything was. The laughter kept playing. Mark said, people never notice. Jake replied, even when they do, they doubt themselves. My chest burned. You taught me to doubt myself. I scrolled faster. More videos. More laughter. Clips of past guests. Faces full of shock, confusion, fear. Stop, I said. Please stop. My reflection stared back at me from the dark screen edges. I barely recognized myself. You weren't stressed, I whispered. You were rehearsed. Memories flooded in. You always chose the hotels. You always packed first. You always smiled when I felt unsure. I shook my head. This was planned. Jake's voice echoed again. She'll love it here. Mark laughed. They always do. My hands went cold. That was me, I said. You were talking about me. I closed the laptop slowly. No confrontation, I whispered. You don't confront predators. A voice drifted down the hallway. Hey, Jake called. Where'd you go? My heart jumped. I'm coming, I said automatically. You okay? He asked. Yeah, I said. Just grabbing something. I shoved the SD card into my wallet and zipped it shut. Think, I told myself. Keys. Phone. Shoes. Jake's footsteps moved closer. You hiding in there, he joked. I grabbed my hoodie and slipped it on. Almost done, I said. I slid my phone into my pocket, keeping my movements quiet. You don't owe him anything, I whispered. The door handle turned slightly. You good? Jake asked. I'm good, I said. Just tired. Same, he said. We'll relax tonight. My stomach churned. I'm going for air, I said. Now? Yeah. Want company? No, I said quickly. I'll be right back. He hesitated. Okay. I opened the front door. Cold air hit my face. I stepped outside. The door closed behind me. My hands were steady. I'm done, I whispered. And I didn't look back. I didn't think. I ran. Gravel cut into my shoes as I crossed the yard, my breath loud in my ears. Hey, wait, Jake called. What's wrong? I didn't answer. Did I do something? He asked, his voice sharp with confusion. I kept walking. Talk to me, he said. You're scaring me. I reached my car and yanked the door open. Seriously, what's happening, he said. I got inside and locked the doors. Why are you locking me out, he asked, laughing once like it was a joke. I started the engine. You're joking, right, he said. I pulled out fast. Stop, he shouted. Stop the car. The cabin disappeared behind the trees, and I didn't slow down. Breathe, I told myself. Just breathe. My hands hurt from gripping the wheel. Okay, I said out loud. Okay. I drove until the road blurred, until my chest felt tight. I pulled over hard and grabbed my phone. Don't drop it, I whispered. Don't drop it. My fingers missed the screen twice. 911, what's your emergency? A man asked. I found cameras, I said. Hidden cameras. Where are you calling from? He asked. A cabin, I said. In Colorado. Are you safe right now? He asked. I don't know, I said. I just ran. Okay, he said. Slow down. You're doing fine. I found videos, I said. They were organized. With names. Who installed the cameras? He asked. My boyfriend, I said. And the owner. What's your name? He asked. I'm shaking, I said. That's okay, he said. I need your name. I told him. I'm Detective Alvarez, he said. I'm staying on the line with you. Please, I said. I think I'm going to throw up. You're doing the right thing, he said. I stared at the road, my vision swimming. How long were you there? He asked. 3 days, I said. 3 years with him. Did he follow you? He asked. I don't think so, I said. Good, he said. Units are heading to the location now. I pressed my forehead to the steering wheel. He promised me everything, I said. What kind of promises? Alvarez asked. Marriage, I said. A future. People who exploit others lie easily, he said. That doesn't make you weak. I laughed and cried at the same time. I ignored so many signs, I said. Most victims do, he said. That's how trust works. I saw us on our first date, him smiling like I was the only thing that mattered. I trusted him, I said. That was reasonable, he said. I remembered shared jokes, quiet nights, his hand in mine. I loved him, I said. I believe you, he said. Silence stretched between us, heavy but steady. We'll need your full statement, he said gently. I'll give it, I said. Whatever it takes. Stay where you are, he said. Help is almost there. Red and blue lights flashed ahead through the trees. I see them, I said. That's us, he said. My chest collapsed in on itself. I can't breathe, I said. You can, he said. I'm right here. Police cars turned into the cabin driveway. I stayed in my car, sobbing so hard I couldn't catch my breath, knowing I would never look back again. Can you tell me what you found? The officer asked. I found cameras, I said. Hidden ones. He nodded. Take your time. I stared at my hands. They wouldn't stop shaking. They were everywhere. Another officer spoke up. Bathroom. Bedroom. Smoke detector. I looked at him sharply. You saw them too? Yes, he said. All of them. My chest tightened. How many videos? He hesitated. Over 300. I felt dizzy. 300? Some dating back years, he added. I swallowed hard. How many people? Multiple victims, he said. Multiple states. That's not possible, I said. That's. It is, he said gently. I laughed once, sharp and broken. I thought this was just about me. A woman knelt in front of me. I'm Officer Kim. Her voice was calm. Steady. Kind. You're not alone, she said. I nodded, even though my ears were ringing. Your boyfriend, another officer said, was involved. I know, I said. I saw the videos. He received discounts, the officer continued. Half-price stays. For what? I asked. For helping install cameras, he said. And recruiting couples. My stomach dropped. Recruiting? Officer Kim touched my arm. You don't have to answer everything right now. He used me, I said. He used all of us. Yes, she said. And that's not your fault. I closed my eyes. He laughed about it. We heard the footage, one officer said quietly. My throat burned. I lived with him. Officer Kim squeezed my hand. That makes this harder, not weaker. They asked me questions. Dates. Names. How long we'd been together. 3 years, I said. 3 lies. Did he ever act nervous? Someone asked. All the time, I said. I thought it was love. One officer scribbled notes. Did you ever suspect? No, I said. I trusted him. Officer Kim looked up. That matters. They stepped away to answer radios. Voices overlapped. Doors opened and closed. They're taking him in, someone said. I didn't ask who. They found backup drives, another voice said. I pressed my fists into my legs. How many? Too many, he said. The word echoed. Too many. Officer Kim returned. We'll move you somewhere safe tonight. I don't want to be alone, I said before I could stop myself. You won't be, she said. Am I in trouble? I asked. No, she said firmly. You're a witness. I nodded. What about the footage? It's evidence, she said. Including what you found. I reached into my bag and pulled out the SD card. This? I asked. Yes, she said softly. That's very important. I placed it on the table like it might explode. That little thing ruined everything, I said. It also exposed everything, she replied. The room felt smaller. Heavier. Can I wash my hands? I asked. Of course, she said. I stood at the sink, scrubbing until my skin burned. I feel dirty, I said. That's normal, Officer Kim said from behind me. But you didn't do this. We moved to a car later. Sirens faded behind us. You'll stay at a hotel tonight, she explained. On us. What happens next? I asked. Statements, she said. Court. Healing. I don't know how to do that, I said. You learn, she said. Slowly. In the hotel room, silence pressed in. I set my bag down and pulled out the SD card. It sat on the table between the beds. Before. After. I stared at it until my eyes ached, knowing my life had split cleanly in two. Take your time, the officer said at the door. We'll wait outside. Thank you, I said. My voice sounded empty. The door closed behind me. The apartment smelled like him. Soap. Coffee. Something familiar and wrong. I'm not staying long, I told myself. My footsteps echoed as I moved through the living room. The couch where we watched movies. The table where he planned our future like it was real. None of this matters now, I said. I opened the bedroom door. The bed was made. Perfectly. Like he expected to come home. You always liked control, I whispered. I grabbed an empty box and started filling it. Clothes. Books. Nothing felt like mine anymore. Just grab what you need, I said. Nothing else. His suitcase sat by the closet. That's strange, I muttered. You already packed. My hand hesitated on the zipper. Don't look, I said. You don't need answers. I unzipped it anyway. The ring box sat right on top. I stared at it. No, I said. No, no, no. I picked it up. It was heavier than I expected. So this was the plan, I said softly. My laugh burst out suddenly. Loud. Ugly. You were going to ask me, I said, laughing harder. You were really going to ask me. The laugh broke into a sob. I would have said yes, I whispered. Tears spilled down my face. My knees gave out and I sat on the floor. I would have said yes to you, I said. After everything. I pressed the box to my chest. God, I'm so stupid. My phone buzzed in my pocket. Lena, I said when I saw her name. Hey, she said immediately. I've been worried. I'm at his apartment, I said. I found something. Her voice sharpened. Are you safe? Yes, I said. But I'm not okay. What did you find? She asked. A ring, I said. An engagement ring. She was quiet for a second. Oh. He was going to propose, I said. Can you believe that? I believe you didn't know, she said. I keep thinking I missed something, I said. Some sign. You loved him, she said. That's not a flaw. It feels like one, I said. You're blaming yourself, she said gently. Stop. I feel ashamed, I admitted. Like I should have been smarter. You were trusting, she said. There's a difference. I wiped my face. What do I do with it? The ring? She asked. Yes, I said. I can't keep it. Then don't, she said. You don't owe him symbolism. I stood up slowly. Stay on the line, I said. I'm here, she replied. I walked into the bathroom. The light flickered on. Tell me what you're doing, Lena said. I'm choosing myself, I said. I opened the ring box one last time. The diamond caught the light. I would have built a life on a lie, I said. You didn't, she said. That's what matters. I dropped the ring into the toilet bowl. There was no dramatic sound. Just a small splash. Flush it, Lena said softly. I pressed the handle. The water rushed. The ring disappeared. It felt final. Clean. I don't feel sad, I said. I feel done. That's strength, she said. I went back into the bedroom and finished packing. Fast. Efficient. You don't need closure from him, Lena said. You gave it to yourself. I think I finally understand that, I said. I zipped the box shut and carried it to the door. Call me when you're out, she said. I will, I promised. I took one last look around. Goodbye, I said to no one. I opened the door and walked out, leaving that life behind forever. My phone rang just after midnight. The caller ID said Mom. I froze. Hello? I said cautiously. Sweetheart, her voice broke immediately. Please, don't testify. You're ruining his life. I closed my eyes. Excuse me? My son, she sobbed. This was a mistake. You have to understand. I understand, I said slowly. I understand exactly what he did. Her voice wavered. It wasn't real. He didn't mean it. I laughed, low and bitter. Not real? You mean the hundreds of videos, the cameras, the women he used? That's not real? She gasped. He loved you. He. No, I said, cutting her off. He didn't love me. He used me. He's been exploiting people for over a year. You think this is just about me? There are dozens, maybe hundreds of victims. Couples, strangers, women who trusted him, and you call it a mistake? Sweetheart, she whispered. Please. Please what? I said. Please forgive him. Please erase everything. I can't do that. I know you're hurt, she said. But you're breaking your family. You call what he did a family? I asked, my voice steady, calm. Rage simmering beneath the surface. He helped install cameras. He recruited people. He laughed with Mark while filming unsuspecting couples. That's what you call a family? Her crying grew louder. You're destroying him over one mistake. One mistake. I inhaled sharply. One mistake? This is deliberate. Calculated. 4 months. 4 years. Don't speak to me again. I ended the call. I blocked her number. No hesitation. My thumb hovered for half a second, then pressed block. The silence was immediate. Sweet. Safe. I called my lawyer, Rachel, as soon as I could. Rachel, I said when she picked up. It's escalating. What happened? She asked. Her voice firm, professional. His mother, I said. She called me crying, begging me not to testify. Calling it a mistake. Rachel exhaled sharply. She's trying to manipulate you emotionally. That's classic. Don't let her. I just feel rage, I admitted. Calm, but pure anger. And I don't know if it's okay to feel it. It's not only okay, she said. It's justified. You're allowed to be angry. And you're allowed to testify. You may be called in multiple cases. Your statement is crucial. I saw the footage, I said quietly. Every folder, every date, every name. I can't stop seeing it. Every time I close my eyes, it's there. Rachel's voice softened slightly. That's normal for trauma. Nightmares, insomnia, flashbacks, don't fight them, but don't let them define you. Keep a routine. Document everything. I keep reliving it, I whispered. I can't sleep. I see his name. March, January, November. I can't erase it. You're not supposed to erase it, Rachel said firmly. You're supposed to use it. You're helping everyone he hurt, not just yourself. I know, I said. But it feels impossible sometimes. The rage, the shame, the betrayal, it's relentless. Focus on what you can control, she said. Your safety. Your testimony. Your healing. You don't apologize for feeling angry. That's strength. I blocked his family, I said. I won't let them guilt me. Good, Rachel said. Don't entertain it. Not now, not ever. I ended the call and sat in the dark apartment. The only sound was my breathing. I thought of the SD card. The folders. His name, over and over. I wanted to scream, but nothing came out. Instead, I let myself feel it. Pure anger. Raw, unfiltered, unapologetic. No tears. No panic. Just clarity. This isn't about being polite, I whispered to the dark. It's about truth. I sat there for hours, letting every thought, every memory, every betrayal settle into me. No one was there to comfort me. No one to tell me it would be okay. And that was the point. I didn't need it. I was allowed to be angry. I was allowed to hate what he did. And I was allowed to move forward. For the first time since discovering the cameras, I didn't apologize for my rage. I let it sit with me, heavy and real. The night stretched endlessly, and I remained alone, staring at the darkness outside my window. The folder with his name would always exist. But now, so did my fury. And I would carry it without shame. Please state your name for the record, the court clerk said. My name is, I took a breath. My name is Emily Harper. Thank you, the clerk said. You may proceed with your testimony. I looked up at Jake. He avoided my eyes. He tried not to, but I could see it in the corner of his face. Guilt, or fear, or both. I didn't care anymore. Do you understand why you are here today? The prosecutor asked. Yes, I said. I am here to tell the truth about what Jake did and what I discovered at the cabin. Please describe what you found, she said. I swallowed hard. I found cameras in the shower and smoke detector. I found a laptop with organized folders. Videos of Jake with other women, in the same cabin, months and years before our trip. And finally, I found the folder labeled owner copies, videos of Jake with Mark, the cabin owner, laughing while installing cameras and reviewing footage of past guests. A murmur ran through the courtroom. I ignored it. Were you aware of what was happening before discovering these videos? She asked. No, I said. I trusted him. I thought he loved me. I thought our relationship was real. Did Jake ever warn you or discuss these actions? No, I said firmly. He lied to me. Every smile, every word, every plan, lies. I could feel Mark's eyes on me. He was smaller than I imagined, but there was still that smug confidence. The same smugness he had when he laughed at couples, at their privacy, at their trust. Describe your emotional state during this time, she asked. I was betrayed, humiliated, ashamed, and confused, I said. I felt small. But I also realized. I had to survive. I had to do something about it. Did Jake ever explain his actions? No, I said. He never once admitted guilt to me. He only laughed when he thought I wasn't watching. And now, I said, glancing at him, he refuses to meet my eyes. But I am not afraid anymore. The prosecutor nodded. Were there any other victims you know of? Yes, I said. Multiple. Couples. Strangers. People he and Mark tricked and violated. I don't know their names, all of them. But I know it happened. And it should stop. Thank you, she said. Your honesty is crucial. Can you explain why you're testifying despite personal risk or emotional strain? I looked at Jake, then Mark, then the court. Because justice doesn't ask for permission. I can't undo what he did. I can't protect him anymore, not with silence, not with pity. The only thing I can do is tell the truth. The defense attorney stood. Ms. Harper, are you certain you are not exaggerating out of personal anger? I smiled, cold and steady. No. I am angry. But I am not exaggerating. Every camera, every folder, every video is evidence. I am angry because I was used, and because others were used. But my testimony is fact. Jake shifted uncomfortably in his seat. His mother wasn't here this time. No one calling me, pleading. No one telling me to forgive. This time, it was only truth. Do you feel closure today? The prosecutor asked quietly. No, I admitted. I didn't get engaged. I didn't get closure the way I imagined. But I got something else. I got my life back. I got my voice back. I got the knowledge that I can survive this and choose myself. The courtroom was silent. Mark's smugness was gone. His head bowed slightly. Karma isn't loud. It isn't dramatic. It is slow. It is final. And I could see it in the subtle shift of the air, the way the court took its place, the way the evidence stacked higher than his lies. Thank you, the prosecutor said. No further questions. I sat down. My hands were still shaking, but this time, it was not fear. It was relief. It was exhaustion. It was righteous anger that didn't need apology. I looked at the gallery. I saw victims, lawyers, officers who had supported me, and strangers who understood the weight of truth. Emily Harper, the clerk said, you may step down. I rose slowly. I didn't destroy his life. I didn't seek vengeance or humiliation. I told the truth. And that was enough. Outside the courtroom, sunlight hit my face. I inhaled deep. The air felt different. Lighter. I didn't need anyone to explain what had happened anymore. I didn't need closure from him. I didn't need forgiveness from anyone else. My life had split into two, before and after. Before, I was trusting, naive, vulnerable. After, I was awake. Cautious, yes, but awake. Strong, yes, but scarred. I remembered the SD card, the ring, the phone calls, the cameras, the laughter. And I allowed myself to carry it all, not as a burden, but as a reminder. A reminder of what I survived and what I chose to become. I didn't look back. I walked out of the courthouse, shoulders straight, heart steady. Justice doesn't ask for permission. I told the truth. And for the first time in a long time, that was more than enough.